How are you all doing? This is VerticDesigns here, and this is my review on the ASUS Strix ROG GL553VE. Now we're going to start off with the unboxing. So the first thing you'll get is the laptop itself. On the left side you will have the plug for the power supply, and of course on the right side you will have the power supply for the laptop. This is said to last up to 10 hours, but this is mainly on the idle screen. If you are using it, it will be a lot shorter, a minimum of 5 to 6 hours. Here we have 4 spare screws which you get. In the middle you have the user guide and the manual to help you out. Opening up this laptop, you will get the cover on the keyboard. For me, what I really like about this laptop is the way that they've presented it and the design of it. The colors match really well, especially with the logo and trackpad. It is a really nice uniform that just tops it all off. For the sound, they've added it at the front rather than in the middle near the screen. The sound is decent, however there isn't much bass to them, and this is to be expected. Imagine your phone, except from it is 3 times louder, and that is what the sound is like with this laptop. But that's easily fixable because you can always buy an external speaker. For me, one of the key features is the actual keyboard itself, and this is because they didn't try to cut the keys and make them smaller. You can see from the video the arrow keys are as they should be, and the spacebar is big enough for you to actually use if you're someone with big hands or aren't used to using laptops. On the trackpad you will have about 5 lights, and these represent different things. Here on the left side we have the supported brands to show that it is an i7 and supported by GeForce. At the top of the screen you have the microphone, the camera indicator, and of course the webcam itself, which is 720p. At the side of the laptop you have the Ethernet port, HDMI, 2 USB 3.0s, and the audio jack at the very end. On the other side we have another USB, but this one is 2.0, and we have a DVD drive. In the user guide it does mention that you have a button which opens up the DVD tray, however this did not come with my laptop. At the bottom of the laptop we have a few air vents for the fans to suck in air and blow it out the side. As you can see from these ones, these will suck it in and push it out the side. Once again, this is what the speakers look like. In the middle you have a card reader and the other speaker with a matching color. Another neat little feature that ASUS have added is their brand logo on the back of the screen, and this is similar to Mac where it lights up when the laptop is turned on. The glow is actually not that bright, but it does reflect on the wall, and you will notice this. This is what it looks like in daylight. It is just as good as it is in the dark. It stands out. Moving on to the screen size, this is what it looks like compared to a 17-inch laptop. You can see from the side it is a little bit more bulky and thicker, but it does weigh just about the same weight. Some of you may be wondering whether you should get the 17-inch screen like I was, and to answer that question, the 15-inch screen in my opinion is easier to carry around than the 17. And now we get to the keyboard. This is, as you would expect, very LED friendly. It does let you customize it, and when you start it up you will get a animation for it. This is what the keyboard sounds like. With the screen, and the viewing angles are actually really good, especially from left and right. When you look at it, it looks as if it was just normal. The quality and colors still remain the same. Now when you look at it from up and down, it is a little bit more different. They also did a really great job on the anti-glare, so you can't see any reflections or see yourself while you are browsing on the laptop. The very last feature is the memory, and this is the reason I purchased it, because the main storage device is an SSD and you have a spare terabyte for other data which you may store. This was the results from the test I did for the read and write speed. Another thing that I was thinking about a lot when I was about to purchase this laptop was if everything was going to fit on the screen. By default, the scaling is set to recommended, which is 120%. And basically, when you have it on this, not everything will fit on the screen. So if you're someone like me who edits videos or uses Photoshop, it will not have everything on screen and it will look blurry. You would have to go into your settings and where you go to display, which is somewhere in settings and display right here. You will notice it says change the size of text and apps and other items. So this is the recommended. You should have it on 100%, but if you struggle to see icons, then 120 is fine. While I am in desktop mode, the other thing that I was going to mention is the Cortana that is connected, and you have a lot, and I mean a lot, of recommended apps. In conclusion, this laptop is perfect if you want a powerful tool which is portable and you could take anywhere. For example, if you want to, take it with you while you are on a train, on a plane, or you are moving to another country. This can make things a lot easier, especially for video editors, graphics designers, and anyone who does things like 3D modeling. For me, this laptop doesn't really have many disadvantages or cons because it is met my requirements, and the only problem I've had with it so far is the privacy. I really don't like how Windows 10 and ASUS have access to the laptop. They are pretty much connected, so they can have access to the camera or the files on the computer. Also, speaking of camera, it is open to anyone, so it isn't much private. If someone hacks into your laptop, they can watch you while you are browsing, and that is the other problem I have with the laptop.